Hello guys, how are we all doing today? As you are joining, please hit the like button, comment so that we know that you are in. Just let me know because I am not going to wait for some minutes before we start we start the program properly. So if you are joining in, please don't forget to like the stream so that it will get to other people so that others will come and watch and share. We are going to discuss about as you can see my title, I stated it here that Biafrans are against Ndi Ogbumada, okay, and Islamization, not Muslim. It's a two different thing. When you are talking about Islamization, we know what is happening in the country and the agenda that they have in Nigeria as a country. So the from the time of independence of Nigeria, when they said they have independence, which they are not. So ever since then, the country was handed over to a certain group of people, and the promise that British made for them is that they're going to be the one that will pilot the affairs of the country. Just like when you have a shop and you are being told, okay, you have to relocate, leave the shop and go elsewhere, that you are not welcome here, or probably you want to hand it over to one of your senior colleague or your staff, you will give the key and assurance to the person, hoping that the person will be the one reporting to you whatever that happened in that shop. That's what British did. So among Igbos, Yorubas, and Hausa Fulani, the people that think that they can work together, that will hearken to their own voice and do their bidding, are Fulanis. That's why they handed over everything to Fulani. Remember, before they merge northern group, northern part of Nigeria to the southern part of Nigeria, we Igbos and Westerners, Yorubas have, they have their ground, they can hit the ground running as a country, as a nation. But that was why they delayed independence, for Northerners to have, people that can lead them or can speak for them, because all of them were, they were not dedicated. Nobody was there to stand for them. So that was why the independence was even delayed, because British were trying to bring them together. The intention was that Northerners don't have anything to feed on, so they have to depend on Biafran people, southern part of Nigeria. That is what nobody is telling any Nigerians today. Nobody wants to bring this issue, how Nigeria was formed, what was the intention of Britain, why Hausa Fulani have upper hand more than people who were even educated before the independence, more than Zeke and or Awolowo and co. So the agenda is there, the target is there. So Britain have seen that Igbo people, the way they behave, what they can do, and they have seen Yorubas as well. So they have this fear that these people may not allow them to continue mining and sucking the resources of the country. So for them to do that, knowing fully well that the resources that they want is in the south, is in the east. So they have to use the northerners, okay, to manage the business for them and hand over what so they can take anything they want to do, take from the country. And that is what is happening until today. Now the question is, why is northerners allow Britain to be using them the way they have used them so far? One of the reasons is because northerners, Fulanis also have their own agenda, have their own interests, just like Britain. When a thief jam a thief, what they have to do, they have to handshake themselves and plan together on how to take what is not theirs, and that's what is happening. You see today, um, Northerners have their own resources, so they did Californium and what do they call this natural resources. The PM is also posted it. So I think that is called is it uranium, something like that. I think I need to research on that. Is that stone that can bring? They use that, I think, for when they are building this nuclear power station and all that. they use that natural resources. It is being found in the north, and as I was speaking today, according to PM, said that Hamas groups are now mining that natural resources from the north simply because they want to finance them in what they're doing to Islamize countries and nations around the world. Now, their focus now is on Israel. And as Nigerian people and Nigerian government, claiming that they are running shortage of reserve, no money, and the scarcity of economy is done and all that, they are not giving hands for others, people from the Arab world, to mine the natural resources of the country just to do the bidding, to pave way for the agenda which they have nursing for ages, which is to take your land, take everything, and you become second class. If you're second class, you descend to third class. As of today, Igbos are not only third class, they are fourth class citizens in Nigeria, because somebody who is from Benue are more Nigerian and more recognized in Nigerian person. You may not believe it, but that is a fact. Take, for instance, Akpabio is a Biafran, but not Igbo Biafran, right? After the election, Igbo were saying that there will be president, not Igbos, but some Igbos, okay, were saying that they want to be president and all that. That was why they rally around P2B to become president of the country. Guys, nobody have hit the like button. Please like the video. It's very, very important. We have 19 people watching at the moment. I want you to like the stream so that others will join us as we go on with this program, because it is very, very important that we all understand this as a fact, because we need to understand what is happening, because people don't really appreciate the work of Ojukwu and the work of Mazam Mekano and PM at the moment. Some of them don't really appreciate it because they don't know the history behind what is going on. You see a young Igbo youth who is someone who is 20 years, 21 years, who don't even know the cause of civil war, who don't even know the problem his father is in, and he wants to solve the problem without paying attention to the root cause of that problem. That is a major issue that we have in our land, because people often say that history has been taken away from you. Now, if history has been taken away from you, it's your responsibilities to research. It's not as if those history that be taken away from you is not online. You can research and have access to it. PM was not born before 1967. He was not born before independence. He's how many years is PM? He's a young guy. I believe there's something years. If he can be there's something years, it can be more than 30 there's something years. Okay. Instead, it will be lower, maybe 20 something, because he's a very young guy. But the history that he knows and the information that he have access to is a man of 50, 60 years who don't pay attention to the problem, don't have it. So it's not a fault of the history, it is your fault, because you don't want to pay attention. And if you are not good in reading, you can also watch videos that will tell you what happened and how it all started. The videos are there. It's not as if maybe we are not in the early 90s where there's no internet, you don't have access to internet. There's internet, but it's not as you can watch anything with your mobile phone. Then there's not like mobile phone, it was landline. So how many people have access to the internet? What I'm trying to say is you have every opportunity to know what is happening around you, so that whenever you want to put correction or go for your freedom or to get it better or get it right, you need to work based on the information that you have. You know the truth, you have to follow the truth, follow the line, so that you are not going to be misled or be manipulated. Like people who are shouting now, oh, you want president, Igbo president. If Igbo man get there, he will do this, do that. In every government, there must be opposition. And when you are being hated in an environment where you are not welcome, there's nothing you will do that will please your enemy. Do you understand? There's nothing, even P2B become president and he tied every road, make power, Nigeria start having constant power supply and everything, good hospital, education system is working perfectly. Even if he was able to, manage, which is not possible, the way Nigeria is being, structured, there's no way it can be possible. So, assuming that kind of thing happened, P2B we still have people who will be criticizing him from his own house. And people, enemies outside will join hand and make sure they will destabilize everything. And not in the environment where you have people who have, radicalism in their mind. They have this idea that they want to conquer and take over. And that ideology is what it is far old, even older than Nigeria itself. So in their Quran they have it, and it depends on what you want to read. It depends on what you want to practice. Some Arab world are Muslims and they're not all that violent. You understand what I'm saying? A country like Indonesia. Indonesia don't have that kind of radicalism Islam, taking over government and making sure that everything is good must pass through them. They don't have it. Malaysia don't have it. These are Muslim countries. Brunei do little bit there, but there is that one. They have their own Islam is just like it is their government. Everything is them, just like the one almost the same thing they have in the Arab world. So what I'm trying to say is that radicalism and Islamization, Indo-Woman, all those people that are throwing Ubuntu and all that, they are not what we should, be proud of. These are things you need to distance yourself from and avoid getting involved with that kind of environment. Okay, many people don't understand that the agenda is not something you can just write off. There's nothing. Even the British people who joined the country and everybody together, they have said that North and South are just like oil and water, meaning that you cannot mix them together. Emerike, thank you so much. Good morning to you. How are you, British Biafrans? You are welcome, my brother. Thank you, to join. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for coming in this morning. I really appreciate your presence. Yes, I see you, Emerike. So, guys, as you are joining in, hit the like button and don't forget to comment so that we know where you're watching from. It is very important. So, many people need to understand that Biafrans are not actually against Islam like Muslim. Okay, we are not fighting Muslims. We are not against Muslim people, no. But people who have the ideology of taking you over, changing your mentality, changing your dress code, changing your own religion, changing your own culture, want to be the head in your own land. That's what we don't want. That's what we don't want. And people need to understand it. Because I have seen some people say, hey, you and your Biafran of thing, go. These Biafrans. We want civilization, we want equity, we want justice. We don't want a country whereby if you say hi to a woman, that your hand will be cut off. We don't want a country whereby if you are paying tax, that tax will be going to another country to throw ogbonigwe, maybe to throw ogbonigwe on children, on students, in the shopping mall, in the markets. We don't want that. We don't want a country where our children will be lectured on how to wear secret belts that can explode. They can explode themselves in order to buy people in mass. That is not what we want. Today, the government of Nigeria are why they hand over land in the north that's why they hand over land in the north for people to start mining, natural resources just to finance buying of people in Israel. And if you think, oh, that's between Israel and them, it's not for me. A time is coming where it will also get to you. In 1980s, if you tell Easterners that a time will come where Fulani people will be pushing you, they'll be debating it in National Assembly that you should hand over your ancestral land for them to have a place where they will be keeping their cows and everything, as if it's a national project. They have debated that one and they succeeded in some part, but in East, no. In East, no. And that's why that's what they don't want. They don't find it funny when they notice that Easterners are not given chance, for them to do one or two things which they want. And until today, they still believe that one day, somehow, they will get it done. So that is what we need to prove to them. We have to stand on our ground and prove to them that it is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Because if you do, you are putting yourself in a very big mess.
These are the things that I want you to understand this very evening, that Nigeria has expired. The wrath of Almighty God is upon Nigeria. Look at Tinubu, for example, what the Yorubas are going through on his account. Look at how the Christian minorities in the north are being slaughtered and brutally massacred by the Janjaweed elements of the caliphate. Because the likes of Bishop Coker is there preaching unity that he knows doesn't exist. Because Britain is directly involved. Together, what God Almighty has rendered asunder, that is the reason why Mark Drakeford has come out to say that United Kingdom is over. He's a very heavyweight politician in the UK, the leader of the Welsh people. He is the first minister of the Welsh people. Wales, of course, in the UK is a principality. And mind you, Prince Charles is supposed to be the Prince of Wales, or should I say, the titular head of the government of Wales people. But here we have Mark Drakeford saying it categorically that Britain is over. And I want Britain. If you continue to meddle in the affairs of Nigeria to the extent whereby you are presenting a stumbling block to the emancipation of the children of God, the children of light, United Kingdom will be decimated. Because you're very proud and very arrogant, because you think that you're Caucasian, you're white, you can do anything and get away with it. You may think that the situation of the UK has nothing to do with Biafra, but I can assure you categorically that it has. If you do not stop meddling in Nigeria, if you do not stop this your, should I say, perverted, racist devotion to keeping people who shouldn't be one together in one monstrous entity called the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, believe you me, God Almighty in heaven will destroy Britain beyond recognition. And it started to happen already. It is happening already. I warned you and I told you. You may disregard the agitation for Biafra and tag it as nothing. Because you came, you saw, you conquered, and you colonized. But I'm warning you today, if you continue the wrath, by the Janjaweed element disintegrate. These are the things that I want evening, that Nigeria has expired. The wrath of Almighty God is upon Nigeria. Look at Tinubu, for example, what the Yorubas are going through on his account. Look at how the Christian minorities in the north are being slaughtered and brutally massacred by the Janjaweed elements of the caliphate. Because the likes of Bishop Coker is there preaching unity that he knows doesn't exist. Because Britain is directly involved in trying to keep together what God Almighty has rendered asunder. That is the reason why Mark Drakeford has come out to say that United Kingdom is over. He's a very heavyweight politician in the UK, the leader of the Welsh people. He is the first minister of the Welsh people. Wales, of course, in the UK is a principality. And mind you, Prince Charles is supposed to be the Prince of Wales, or should I say, the titular head of the government of Wales people. But here we have Mark Drakeford saying it categorically that Britain is over. And I warned Britain, if you continue to meddle in the affairs of Nigeria to the extent whereby you are presenting a stumbling block to the emancipation of the children of God, the children of light, United Kingdom will be decimated. Because you're very proud and very arrogant, because you think that you're Caucasian, you're white, you can do anything and get away with it. You may think that the disintegration of the UK has nothing to do with Biafra, but I can assure you categorically that it has. If you do not stop meddling in Nigeria, If you do not stop this, your, should I say, perverted, racist devotion to keeping people who shouldn't be one together in one monstrous entity called the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, believe you me, God Almighty in heaven will destroy Britain beyond recognition. And it started to happen already. It is happening already. I warned you and I told you. You may disregard the agitation for Biafra and tag it as nothing because you came.
This live broadcast is from Mazina Modecano more than 3 years ago. More than 3 years ago. This live broadcast is not a live broadcast of last week, yesterday, last month, last year. No. Do you understand? So, and imagine what he said then to compare what is happening now. So, it's not going to get better. I keep on telling our people, it's not going to get better. If you think that someday that everything, maybe you just wake up and everything is working perfectly for you and your family and the country is this and that, like they always say, every 4 years they come out and preach to you that you have to do this, you have to do that. Blessing Kelechi, thank you so much, my sister. How are you this morning? Where are you watching from? Good morning, my brother. Keep up the great work. I appreciate your presence. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the economy of the country and the hardship is not there when Mazen said this thing that he said here. It was not there. And Tinubu, he was saying this thing because he can see the end of the government and the Nigerian economy and the activities they have. Some of their decision is not hidden. Mazen was the only person who told everyone that after Buhari, Tinubu will be the next president. I think he said that at the first regime of Buhari, not even second. Do you understand? So when somebody who knows his history, knows what he wants, that can, that can see what Nigerians are doing, where it will land them, he was able to say it the way it is. Watching from Abia State, Biafra land, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So a prophet like Master Magano is not something that anyone can joke with. We need to appreciate him. We need to thank him. Everything I've said so far everything he said have manifested. Not just like the way he said it, but even more than the way he said it. None of them is still waiting. None of them is hidden. Is it the economy? Is it the collapse of security of Nigeria? They can't even hide it anymore. You are fighting. You are planting insecurity. You are fighting in the tribal war with nepotism. You are doing all those things, and you want progress. Nobody have done this kind of thing and succeed. And they don't want to care, they don't want to listen, they don't want to see what they are doing and the impact that their action is creating in the life of the people. Today, you see somebody, that's a country that is not working, that's a country that have a different motive, a country that want to focus on the agenda they one tribe have, not to build any viable environment for everybody. No. Ned Woko, who is now a senator, is preaching that Nigerians should ban dollar after giving her wife $100,000. Now, let me flip the camera, because when you see those politicians talking, when you see them talking, you think that they are making sense. But people who have the brain, people who have the eyes, are event and reading through that, not just reading with your eyes, but also allow your brain to concentrate on the activities of those who are preaching to you. Like here, I don't know, I'm trying to wait for the camera to get clear. Yes, now it has captured it. Now listen, this is People's Gazette, this platform. Okay, now they said, despite sending wife Regina Daniels $100,000, Okay? Now the work call for dollar ban in Nigeria to stem economic crisis. You see the hypocrites. These rich always think they are untouchable. The rich always think they are untouchable. That's when you have a country that have no law, no dignity, nothing whatsoever. And these are people making decisions for you in the country. These are people who are telling you what to do, how to go about it. Nemeka said, just like yesterday's message, Mazen Mekano is a prophet of our time. May God continue to bless Mazen Mekano. He's a prophet. There's no two ways about it. How do you define prophet if not like, how can you define prophet better than this? He is. He is. So people need to appreciate the fact that we are not supposed to go back. We are supposed to move forward. Any Igbo, any Biafrans, whether you are Igbo Biafran or not, that are still somehow believe that the division they have given to you in the past is going to work, is going to sustain. You are dreaming. Good morning from Biafra land. Thank you, my dear. How are you this morning? Thank you for joining the live stream. I really appreciate your coming. Please, as you come, hit the like button as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, the economy, like I said, is not going to change. It will continue. It will continue. It will continue. Now, this is another video that I want to share with you. Like as you can see here, this is a information minister. Sorry, Mazi Akbarawa. This Akbarawa on Twitter handle. Okay, he said, hunger. Look at it. Hunger strikes. Why Fulani terrorists are giving AK-47, that's a catapult, okay, weapons to continue buying, but your own is rice, and your own is rice because they have put you in a situation food is where food is your priority. After you eat the rice, sleep off. Then Fulani Islamic Jihad, Ndogbomado, will come and they will come to cut off. You know what that means? Okay, let me open it more. Okay, they will come to cut off. Where is it? Okay, to cut off your heads, to cut your heads off because you're over because you overdose with the life, you overdose with the rice. So you can see it because you overdose with the rice. And this is Nigerian Stories, okay? People that post this video, and they said Nigerian Stories. Then they said Lagos. Lagos Customs Zonal Office Yaba. Go there with your NIN and 10K. Okay, once you go there, they will give you this bag of rice. You see them sharing the rice. You can see that. I don't know if there's any sound. You see? So sharing this rice, my dear Biafrans, this rice that you are seeing here could be rice of Biafran deceased because this is custom. Look at it. This is custom officers. Since when custom started importing rice? It could be rice of Biafran's businessmen deceased. That's what they are sharing to their people. And sharing this rice, you will not see it in any part of eastern part. No. Because one, when they borrowed money, they don't bring it to you. They use that money and to build their Fulani homeland in Niger. But God of Biafrans are always there to do the needful because Niger also, after spending the money on them, what has become of them today? What is going on in Niger? I don't need to talk about it now, but we all can see. We have seen, you have read, we have watched the videos coming from Nigeria as well. So whatever they do, God is always there for his people. But even though the God is always there for you, you need also to do your own. You need to do your own part to make it work, to make it be the way it should be. Don't take it as like it doesn't really matter. Let us just manage. It's just a matter of time. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. What is happening in Nigeria is the accumulation of wrong decision, what they have done in the past, and the agreement they have against Igbo is still there. That you are not supposed to be president of the country. No, you are not meant to be president, but you are meant to hand over your land for them to graze their cattle. You are meant to have to give your land for them to milk your natural resources. This is what Mazen Okane said, and it is always good for you to.
These are the things that I want you to understand this very evening, that Nigeria has expired. The wrath of Almighty God is upon Nigeria. Look at Tinubu, for example, what the Yorubas are going through on his account. Look at how the Christian minorities in the north are being slaughtered and brutally massacred by the Janjaweed elements of the caliphate. Because the likes of Bishop Coker is there preaching unity that he knows doesn't exist. Because Britain is directly involved in trying to keep together what God Almighty has rendered asunder. That is the reason why Mark Redford has come out to say that United Kingdom is over. He's a very heavyweight politician in the UK, the leader of the Welsh people. He is the first minister of the Welsh people. Wales, of course, in the UK is a principality. And mind you, Prince Charles is supposed to be the Prince of Wales, or should I say, the titular head of the government of Wales people. But here we have Mark Redford saying it categorically that Britain is over. And I warn Britain, if you continue to meddle in the affairs of Nigeria to the extent whereby you are presenting a stumbling block to the emancipation of the children of God, the children of light, United Kingdom will be decimated. Because you're very proud and very arrogant, because you think that you're white, you can do anything and get away with it. You may think that the disintegration of the UK has nothing to do with Biafra, but I can assure you categorically that it has. If you do not stop meddling in Nigeria, if you do not stop this, your, should I say, perverted, racist devotion to keeping people who shouldn't be one together in one monstrous entity called the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, believe you me, God Almighty in heaven will destroy Britain beyond recognition. And it started to happen already. It is happening already. I warned you and I told you, you may disregard the agitation for Biafra and tag it as nothing. Because you came, you saw, you conquered, and you colonized. But I'm warning you today, if you continue the wrath of.
So that is the preaching from Mazen Makano, and this happened years back. Okay, let's watch this. Let's listen to this one as well, because
Land. What will kill Fulani is hubris. Hubris will kill you. I told you I will draw your army to the east. As I draw your army into the east, Terr0ri will occupy your land, and it's going to happen. Because I know you have stupid pride and ego. You will take the bait because you're full and you're foolish. You will take this place I'm handing over to you. You will come to Biafra land there, we're going to kill you. You will die in Biafra land. You are going to perish there. Your army will die in Biafra land. Fulani Empire, the end of Fulani Caliphate, you start from Biafra land. It will start from Olu. I assure you, it start from Olu. The end of Fulani Caliphate in Sokoto will begin in Olu. Write it down somewhere. I told you this very day.
did you hear that? Did anybody pay? Did you really pay attention to what Mazen is saying here? And this is a leader of DOS. So according to them, this is somebody who is leader of DOS. And compare his tone of voice, his fearless voice, and the one of DOS that hiding underground, mining mining sabotage, because they are not mining anything good. They are underground, working underground, mining sabotage. As you are coming in, please hit that button so that this video will get to many people. I want this preaching, this broadcast to hit every corner, because people have forgotten who the leader of IPOB, Mazamokan, is. He's not the kind of person that pretends or to do something, and wipe cleans his mouth. No, he's a very, very strong man. Very, very strong man. Now listen.
What will kill Fulani is hubris. Hubris will kill you. I told you I will draw your army to the east. As I draw your army into the east, Pharaohs will occupy your land, and it's going to happen. Because I know you have stupid pride and ego. You will take the bait because you're full and you're foolish. You will take this place I'm handing over to you. You will come to Biafra land there, we're going to kill you. You will die in Biafra land. You are going to perish there. Your army will die in Biafra land. Fulani Empire, the end of Fulani Caliphate will start from Biafra land. It will start from Olo. I assure you, it will start from Olo.
It will start from Olo. If you know, you know. If you are following the news, you know. It will start from Olo. Now, let's continue.
The end of Fulani Caliphate in Sokoto will begin in Olo. Write it down somewhere. I told you this very day. The end of Fulani Caliphate will start from Olo in Imo State.
And tomorrow somebody will say, no, yeah, Mazamokan is not a prophet. He was just predicting. Oh my goodness. You see the accuracy. You see his tone of voice. You see how he's not guessing. Does he sound like someone who is guessing what will happen? Guys, hit the like button, click the like button, like this video. It's very, very important. We are 35 watching and only 7 people have liked the video. Please do me a favor, like the video. Now it's 41. Please like. As we are coming, just hit like button. We need to say it the way it is. Compare this Mazamokan and DOS. Just do the analysis on your own. You don't need somebody to preach to you. Just sit down, listen to this voice, and compare it with DOS. Then you tell me who is following who is getting it right.
Mark it down somewhere. It's called hubris. You're going to get it. Do you know what they did? Your so-called DSS are betting people. Go to the tweet by Senator Shog to say, he's Fulani, but sometimes he is like a human being. I don't know, maybe his father, he must ask his mom where she went to before they conceived him, because he doesn't listen like a typical Janjaweed. He doesn't reason like a typical Janjaweed. In Nupe land, Nupe in Niger State, Nupe land is flowing with blood every blessed day. Do you know what DSS said? DSS wrote a memo. The same DSS kidnapping people everywhere in the East. Did you know that DSS wrote a memo asking Niger people not to panic, that the bandits are passing their area, not to panic? Are you aware of that? Are you aware of that? That they wrote saying, bandits are passing your area, you don't have to panic. But in our land, they're kidnapping people. The same DSS are busy kidnapping people. But in Niger State, DSS, Department for State Security, or SSS.
Choma Ibe, you want to join? This is the link. You hit the like button, hit the link, not like button. He clicked on the link that I posted now, and then you will join me in the platform. Okay? Thank you.
They are busy giving passageway to terrorists who have come to kill you. And you're telling me they're one Nigeria. What stupid one Nigeria is that? What will kill Fulani is hubris. Hubris will kill you. I told you I will draw your army to the east. As I draw your army into the east, terrorists will occupy your land, and it's going to happen. Because I know you have stupid pride and ego. You will take the bait because you're full and you're foolish. You will take this place I'm handing over to you. You will come to Biafra land there, we're going to kill you. You will die in Biafra land. You are going to perish there. Your army will die in Biafra land. Fulani Empire, the end of Fulani Caliphate will start from Biafra land. It will start from Olo. I assure you, it will start from Olo. The end of Fulani Caliphate in Sokoto will begin in Olu. Write it down somewhere. I told you this very day. The end of Fulani Caliphate.
Guys, if any of you wish to join the live broadcast, I have sent the link. That's the invitation link. Once you click on it, you are in. Then you share your ideas. You have to tell us what you feel, what you think about what is going on. But if you don't have your camera, I can also accept you. If you don't want to show your face, there's no problem about it. Just click on the link and you are in. Thank you.
We'll start from Olu in Imo State. Go and mark it down somewhere. It's called hoops. You're going to get it. Do you know what they did? Your so-called DSS abducting people. Go to the tweet by Senator Shogu saying, no, he's Fulani. But sometimes he is like a human being. I don't know, maybe his father, he must ask his mom where she went to before they conceived him. Because he doesn't reason like a typical Janjaweed. He doesn't reason like a typical Janjaweed. In Nupe land, Nupe in Niger State, Nupe land is flowing with blood every blessed day. Do you know what DSS said? DSS wrote a memo. The same DSS kidnapping people everywhere in the East. Did you know that DSS wrote a memo asking Niger people not to panic, that the bandits are passing their area, not to panic? Are you aware of that? Are you aware of that? That they wrote saying, oh, bandits are passing your area, you don't have to panic. But in our land, they are kidnapping people. The same DSS are busy kidnapping people. But in Niger State, DSS, Department for State Security, or SSS, they are busy giving passageway to terrorists who have come to kill you. And you're telling me you're in one Nigeria. What stupid one Nigeria is that? What will kill Fulani is hubris. Hubris will kill you. I told you I will draw your army to the east. As I draw your army into the east, terrorists will occupy your land, and it's going to happen. Because I know you have stupid pride and ego. You will take the bait because you're Fulani, you're full. You will take this bait I'm handing over to you. You will come to Biafra land there, we are going to kill you. You will die in Biafra land. You are going to perish there. Your army will die in Biafra land. Fulani Empire, the end of Fulani Caliphate will start from Biafra land. It will start from Olu. I assure you, it will start from Olu. The end of Fulani Caliphate in Sokoto will begin in Olu. Write it down somewhere. I told you this very day. The end of Fulani Caliphate will start from Olu in Imo State. Go and mark it down somewhere. It's called hoops. You're going to get it. Do you know what they did? Your so-called DSS abducting people. Go to the tweet by Senator Shogu saying, no, he's Fulani, but sometimes he is like a human being. I don't know, maybe his father, he must ask his mom where she went to before they conceived him. Because he doesn't reason like a typical Janjaweed. He doesn't reason like a typical Janjaweed. In Nupe land, Nupe in Niger State, Nupe land is flowing with blood every blessed day. Do you know what DSS said? DSS wrote a memo. The same DSS kidnapping people everywhere in the East. Did you know that DSS wrote a memo asking Niger people not to panic, that the bandits are passing their area, not to panic? Are you aware of that? Are you aware of that? That they wrote saying, oh, bandits are passing your area, you don't have to panic. But in our land, they are kidnapping people. The same DSS are busy kidnapping people. But in Niger State, DSS, Department for State Security, or SSS, they are busy giving passageway to terrorists who have come to kill you. And you're telling me you're in one Nigeria. What stupid one Nigeria is that?
So that is it. The message is very, very clear. If you understand what he's saying, if you know what is happening, and you understand that all he said here has happened. So we know what is going on, and especially in Imo State, a lot is happening there because of Hope Uzodimma and his gang.
Government knows sponsors of Boko Haram.
government knows sponsors of Boko Haram? Of course, it's in the news. In April this year, the government said they have arrested 400 bureau de change related, people that were sponsoring Boko Haram. They told us. And Abu Dhabi also helped us to arrest few Nigerians, tried them, we know them. Why can't this government, if not that they are partisan and they are actually part of the charade that is going on, why can't they bring those people out for trial? When you do the processing and you do the analysis before dissemination point, you discover that the end game for them is to just turn this country into like a Taliban type of country. Is to just turn this country into like a Taliban type of country. And it's a mindset. There are some hardliners in this government that are sponsoring this kind of narratives. They just want to show that they can Islamize this country. They think about Taliban, they think about the Mujahideens, and they want to replicate it in this country. And they don't care what happened. They simply don't care. As long as at the end of the day, there's Sharia and there is whatever thing they have in their head. And anything goes. In other words, and they want to replicate it in this country. And they don't care what happened. They simply don't care. As long as at the end of the
Shepherd, yeah, you are welcome. You are welcome. I saw your comment. And if you are man enough, click the link and come in. You understand? If you have balls between your legs, click the link, come in. Okay? If you claim that you know what you are doing, I don't care whatever, as long as this nation grows. I'm in. All right, click the link and come in. If you can be able to follow the link, what link? Okay, here, this is the link. Click on it. Come in. Come and tell us how we are Biafran, and we will understand you. So just come in. I will welcome you. If you are man enough, then come in. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. And on your camera. Okay. On your camera. If you don't want to on your camera, no problem. Come in. I'm in with you. Then come in. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. Come. Follow the link. If you're man enough, but if you're not a man, then keep hiding. Thank you.
Today, there's Sharia and there is whatever thing they have in their head. And anything goes. In other words, 10% casualties, 20% casualties allowed in trying to achieve the end game of Islamizing this country. That's for the terrorists, the bandits. It's not for the terrorists and the bandits, for the sponsors. Because I told you, and I will repeat on this channel, the sponsors of Boko Haram and the bandits are the problems. It has to do with politics. The sponsors, people that feel that this country should be Islamized. The Interpol has the list of those people that are sponsoring Boko Haram. I work with Interpol. They should ask, if they don't know, they should ask. The government of Dubai, they have the list of those people during the trial.
You know, it is always good to test your knowledge and your skills. You said no, you are not technical enough. I'm in your live chat. You are in my live chat because that is your level. I invite you to be live and say what you said on chat on video. You are hiding. You are panicking. You said my leader is this and that and that, blah 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 blah. Come online, say it. Let's see your face. Let's see your drive, stinking face. Come online, hit the like button. Okay, if you want. If you don't like, turn it down. But whatever you do, follow this link. My concern is the link. If you are really serious and if you are sure of what you said, the click is not clickable. You are dreaming. Something that is hyperlinked is not clickable. You are talking to a child, right? Do you know what is hyperlinked? You don't know, right? You are Janjaweed. Of course, that's who you are. Anyway, I don't have time for somebody like you. Why should I be afraid of you? Then come online. Let's talk. Why don't you join me on the live stream? First of all, your name is fake. Second, you don't even you are not man enough to put your picture. Okay. Third, you are afraid of clicking the link to join me with your camera. Then we talk. I'm a web developer. You are not. You are not. You are just a terrorist. You are not developing anything. Where is the brain? You don't have any brain. How can you understand what the web? What is web? Can you tell me the full meaning of web? What is the web? Anyway, your time is up. Your time is up. I don't have time for losers like you. Okay? You are calling people Biafran. How dare you? After sucking blood of people, you're not ashamed of yourself. You're not ashamed of yourself. This man that is talking, yes, he's a distraction. I know, but I just want him to understand that I see his comments so that he will not go out and feel that he have done something. No, you have not. You are just fooling yourself. I know you are listening. So, but remain there. That's your position. Remain there. Let me listen to me. You have nothing to offer. What the voice that you were hearing before this guy came in, this is one of the top rank army officer, a Yoruba man. So he knows every secret about the country. He knows what he's saying, and he's telling you that people who are behind Boko Haram are actually politicians. They have sponsor, and that is why when you see that's what Mazda and PM have been shouting and complaining about, that people don't want to understand that what is going on in Nigeria is well planned, is ethnic cleansing, it is Islamization, it is jihad. That is what is going on, and people don't want to accept it. People from the south, I'm not talking about the northerners understand it very, very well. They know what they want, they are going for it. But you see a fellow southerner from Yoruba, from Igbo, Benin, Delta, name it, whatever you come from, all of us from southern part of Nigeria have this low thinking, still believing that after seeing what they're doing, they are robbing you before you're in your presence. You're not even, it's not as if you are sleeping, you are awake. They are taking what belongs to you. At the same time, they want you to understand, to calm down, it is normal. They want to calm down, it is normal. So if in that situation, there's nothing you can tell me that it is only juju that can turn people's brain in that way. Like what this man is saying here, this is not the first time he made this kind of speech, telling Nigerians that look, what is going on is being sponsored by those who claim to be your leaders from the northern part. Today, if the vice president of the country has been inducted with credible information that he is a sponsor of Boko Haram, and he have not denied that. The same vice president publicly said that if you think that restructure is a joke, to restructure Nigeria is a joke, because once you restructure, the agenda of Fulanis will never ever be executed. That's why they are against every northerners or northern politicians don't care, or they pay attention whenever you said that you want to restructure, you want this. No, they don't support it because it is against their movement. Chioma Ibe says, okay, Shepherd, do you know what Biafra has left you people? Enjoy your evil contraction. No, this guy that is talking, saying here is talking nonsense. you don't have a point, and there's no solution to your problem. Adeola, what are you talking about? I don't have a point. You don't have a point, and these are not the solution to your problem. Yes. So what is the solution to the problem? And you said I don't have a point. What point are you talking about? Are you saying that I don't have a point that Boko Haram is being sponsored by politicians, or I don't have a point that Nigerian economy can never get better, Nigerian government can never get? How old is Nigeria as an independent nation, independent country, because it's not a nation? How old is Nigeria? Do you know how old Nigeria is? So a child of 60 something years that cannot walk, and you believe that that child will stay, something will happen. So at what age do you think that that child is old? Sometimes our people, like I just said, that people from southern part of Nigeria have this low mentality of reasoning. We don't reason to normally. Some of us don't reason properly. Like you are okay. You are from Yoruba land. What happened in the Kwara State? How is Kwara State become Fulani state? Of course, you are Yoruba Muslim, because we have only few Christians in Yoruba land. Very few, very few. Some of them claim they are Christian, but they are not. Yoruba is known for traditional worshippers. They worship, their culture. They have all this fetish religion. So the huge number of them are Muslim. You say that I don't have a point, and these are not the solution to our problem. So you even accept that we have a problem. That's why you are offering solution. Now tell us what is the solution? Because I have seen your comments sometimes in my last broadcast, and I'm trying to calm myself down on you, because the way you think sometimes irritate people. The last time you were talking nonsense and people were bashing you on my comment, I told them to calm down. Here you are again telling me that I don't have a point. A point of what? Okay, you are Yoruba person. Let me play you a video from your own brother. The video is in Yoruba language. You understand it better than me. Let me play it to you so that maybe you go, because last time I think you said that you're married to Igbo, which I doubt. So you go and play it to your wife, so you understand. Your wife will also know the kind of man that she's married to. You people you are good in provoking somebody. You can't just come here and tell me that I don't have a point. What point are you talking about? That the country is not working. Everybody is drowning. Now, Igbo people are sending some Igbo business people, after you destroy their shops, are in the streets of Lagos giving money freely to Yorubas. What have you contributed? You are in abroad. What have you contributed to your own EV, to your people? During the time of Buhari regime, Yorubas were taking refuge in what's it called, Benin Republic, and to you it is normal, and you are in somebody's land enjoying. Now listen, that is why Fulani's voodoo are already working on you people, and by the time this rain fall, before you know it, it will be too late for you. Adeola, this is for you. This is for you, okay? Listen, this video is I have this video, but I really don't want to play it before. But since you're a Yoruba person and you are here claiming that you have the solution of Nigeria in your hand, just like your brother Tinubu claimed that he will solve every problem and everything, or within his 6 months in power, Nigerian is seeking for help. Now listen. Yes. Tí Igbo bá ṣe lọ́dún mẹ́rin tí Fúlàní ó ṣe Fúlàní ò sí nínú ìjọba tí wọ́n fún wa mọ́ fún bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Yorùbá Haúsá Igbo àwọn Fúlàní wọ́n ti fi ọgbọ́n gba gbogbo ọba ilẹ̀ Haúsá wọ́n ti sọ wọ́n di Fúlàní wọ́n ti pa gbogbo Haúsá wọ́n ti sọ àwọn ọba wọn di ẹ̀mí Fúlàní wọ́n tó fẹ́ ṣe fún wa ṣe ṣe wọ́n tó ń dọ́gbọ́n nìyẹn kò lè ṣe ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kò lè ṣe ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ so
mo ti arrange àwọn security gbogbo protest kan ṣe bí ìlú ọ̀gá àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kòkò wá ẹ mọ̀ dà ọdún ẹ̀tọ́ Yorùbá làwọn ń jà ẹ mọ̀ bá wọn bínú gbogbo àwọn Yorùbá ní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tẹ̀lé ìtọ́kọ̀tọ́kọ̀ ẹ mọ̀ fún ọba ẹ mọ̀ fún lóye òun táwa ń béèrè nílẹ̀ bàbá tiwa orílẹ̀-èdè wa wà á lọ́sẹ̀ ẹbí mi ò sì ní dájú tó kí àlàyé àṣẹ àṣẹ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ń fẹ́ jára wa tábà ti jára wa ṣe fi ta lọ wọ́n ń da bàbá Tinubu náà mú ni bàbá ń jára ń gbé ìlú ní kọ́kọ́ tó tún ti fún bàbá nígbà wọn orí wọn tẹ̀sẹ̀ tiẹ̀ Buhari ti gbàjọba jẹ́ fún rẹ̀ wọ́n ti tẹ ọmọ Nàìjíríà pátápátá tó fún díẹ̀ yìí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá àbábò àbáwọn ṣe mọ́ wọ́n Nàìjíríà ò lè wá.
Yes, Blessing Kelechi, you are right. You are right. Some of them don't have that critical thinking. They think that speaking English language you are intelligent. Your intelligence is not measured by how fluent you are in English language. So don't get it twisted. He has run away. He don't want to comment anymore. So you are afraid of even commenting. Let alone when I send a link for you to join me in the program, then you will run back to your house. I don't want to insult you, but you are insulting yourself. Okay? This program, if you want to challenge, if you want to question, if you want to do this kind of saga, the link is there for you. Come in and tell me how you are omni science and omni everything. You know it. You know everything. Come in and tell us, because you cannot hide, behind your keyboard, and you are making nonsense comments just to distract people. That's not how it works. That is not how it works at all. The man that I was playing his message. He's also a Yoruba man. Let me flip the camera. This is the man. Okay. This man is one of the top rank in Nigerian army. Secret information about Nigeria as a country. This man knows a lot about what's going on, the insecurity, the poverty, everything you can think of. There's a video of this man trending last year. Some of us must have come across it, but if you have not, this is an opportunity for you to know this man can reason very, very well. Unlike this guy. One thing with Yoruba people is once you give them one or two, not all the Yorubas, okay? Some of them, just like you have them also in Igbo land. Give them little what chonche go, the person will start talking nonsense.
Government knows sponsors of of course, it's in the news. In April this year, the government said they about 400 bureau de change related, people that were sponsoring Boko Haram. They told us. And but also help us to arrest few Nigerians, try them, we know them. Why can't this government, if not that they are partisan and they are actually part of the charade that is going on, why can't they bring those people out for trial? When you do the processing and you do the analysis before dissemination, you discover that the end game for them is to just turn this country into like a Taliban type of country. And it's a mindset. There are some hardliners in this government that are sponsoring this kind of narratives. They just want to show.
His name is Kunle Oluwami. Okay, if I got Oluwami, I think that's the correct spelling. Correct pronunciation of his name. I don't know the surname, but what I can see here is Kunle. Okay, he is a Yoruba man. Continue listening.
That they can Islamize this country. They think about Taliban. They think about the...
He said they think they can Islamize this country. And this is a Yoruba man. If an Igbo man said that they think that they want to Islamize country, it will become a problem for Yorubas. They will say, no, you are instigating war. You are instigating. Now, when their own say the same thing, all of them will go quiet. They won't say anything. Like this guy who came here, Adola Mayowa. You came here trying to fool yourself because you said I'm not making any point. At the same time, you are not saying anything. Now, this is your brother, so don't get it twisted. Some of you were happy that Mazen Kanu was kidnapped for saying that they want to Islamize the country. And when your own brother said the same thing, it is normal to you. That is why foolish Igbo people who believe that you people are together, is that they are the one that I'm blaming. Why would you blame? Why wouldn't I blame them? Because they can see when an Igbo man says yes, it is a problem. But when you people say yes and no, it is understandable. Imagine what, not just Yorubas, what Fulani politicians. Okay, last week, a Fulani man was saying that they should not send food to south. If an Igbo man, be you a governor or a senator, said something, DSS will visit your house. But after saying that, in everywhere was calm, and they stay calm. Nobody questioned the man. But let an Igbo man just make him, it become a problem. And he said that you are not a slave in the country. So we understand it. It is what is meant for a slave. You know, that's what is happening to Igbos. Because after fighting, after going for civil war and everything, they are now using it against entire nation and the entire Igbo people, because they lost. And who fought in the war, and what was the reason why that war was even fought in the first place? Have that reason been solved? The answer is no. And the same thing is what Yorubas, Igbos, everybody is not asking for. But the Fulani, who are a beneficiary of the whole nonsense, are still telling you that you can't do anything with it. That there's no way you can do nothing. You can't do anything to change it.
Jahidins, and they want to replicate it in this country. And they don't care what happened. They say, as long as at the end of the day, there's Sharia, and there is whatever thing they have in their head, and anything goes. In other words, 10% casualties, 20% casualties allowed in trying to achieve the end game of Islamizing this country. That's for the terrorists, the bandits. It's not for the terrorists and the bandits, for the sponsors. Because I told you, and I will repeat on this channel, the sponsors of Boko Haram and the bandits are the problems. It has to do with politics. The sponsors, people that feel that this country should be Islamized. The Interpol has a list of those people that are sponsoring Boko Haram. I work with Interpol. They should ask, if they don't know, they should ask. The government of Dubai, they have the list of those people. During the trial of those people that were caught, names were mentioned. They have the list. The government also told us that they've arrested 400 sponsors of Boko Haram. Why should the government?
So that is it. That is it. It is coming from non-Igbo person. Then let an Igbo man come out and say just similar thing, maybe half of what this man said. DSS and federal government will rush to his house. You know,
Government knows sponsors of Boko Haram.
We are not stupid. We know when you want us to buy. You want to buy us. We know when you want to. You vow to limit the way we think, the way we talk, the way we reason. So let's not pretend that everything is all right when we know for the fact that it's not. Do you understand it?
That Nigeria has expired. Disintegrate. These are the things that I want you to understand this very evening, that Nigeria has expired. The wrath of Almighty God is upon Nigeria. Look at Tinubu, for example, what the Yorubas are going through on his account. Look at how the Christian minorities in the north are being slaughtered and brutally massacred by the Janjaweed elements of the caliphate. Because the likes of Bishop Coker is there preaching unity that he knows doesn't exist. Because Britain is directly involved in trying to keep together what God Almighty has rendered asunder. That is the reason why Mark Drakeford has come out to say that United Kingdom is over. He's a very heavyweight politician in the UK, the leader of the Welsh people. He is the first minister of the Welsh people. Wales, of course, in the UK is a principality. And mind you, Prince Charles is supposed to be the Prince of Wales, or should I say, the titular head of the government of Wales people. But here we have Mark Drakeford saying it categorically that Britain is over. And I warn Britain, if you continue to meddle in the affairs of Nigeria to the extent whereby you are presenting a stumbling block to the emancipation of the children of God, the children of light, United Kingdom will be decimated. Because you're very proud and very arrogant, because you think that you're Caucasian, you're white, you can do anything and get away with it. You may think that the situation of the UK has nothing to do with Biafra, but I can assure you categorically that it has. The Hausa Fulani people, we are told by the British that they have the right to rule in perpetuity Nigeria. The British in 1953 and 57 were involved in a massive fraud to rig the census results. In other words, they skewed the numbers to always favor the Hausa Fulani people that they may remain in power. And the reason for that is that the British is scared that the Biafran people, especially the Igbos, are somehow human, that we can think properly. And we have the oil. The oil wells, the reserves, everything is where we come from.
So that is it. That is it. I just want to show you this as well, because after this, I think we are going to round up. In Saudi Arabia, even the Saudi Arabian people, they are not giving chance to these people that want to terrorize everybody. They are very, very, out for that. But before then, this is what you don't hear often.
Chief Terr0ri and others were removed from office preemptorily during the January 15, 1966 military coup. Chief Terr0ri and others were removed from office preemptorily by the military coup led by some young idealistic officers. And let me very quickly correct one historical profanity. Because by the grace of God, I'm not just a lawyer, I'm an historian and an archivist. And things must be put in historical perspective. Whenever I hear people say the 1966 coup was an Igbo coup, it is a lie from the pit of hell. It is not true. It was a coup led by dissatisfied, disgruntled Nigerians. There were 21 people in all, with the forefront leader being Major Kaduna Nzobo Chukuma from Okpanam near Asaba in the present-day state. Therefore, let me tell you that others who have always made them to say it was an Igbo coup were Major Emmanuel Ifeashuna, Major Chris Anuforo, Major Timothy Onwatuego, Major Humphrey Chukwuka, Major Don Okafo, Captain Ben Uli, Captain Emmanuel Mobusi, and Captain Oko Ochi. These were the 7 Igbos. But now, let us look at the list of the coup players. We have Major Adewale Ademoyegun. He was Yoruba. He's the one who authored the book, Why We Struck. We had Captain G. Adeleke. He was Yoruba. We had Captain Fola Oyewole, he was Yoruba, who authored the book, The Reluctant Rebel. We had Lieutenant R. Egbiko. He was Asian from our own Edo State. We had Lieutenant Tijani Kassina. He was Hausa Fulani. We had Lieutenant O. Olafe Mio, Yoruba. We had Captain Gibson Jalo. He was of the Middle Belt. We had Lieutenant O. Harris Legaga. He was an Yoruba man. We had Lieutenant Dai Waribori. He was an Ichoman. We had Second Lieutenant Saleh Dambo. He was Hausa. And we had, finally, Second Lieutenant John Atom Bera. Many of you knew him as a military administrator. He was of TB extraction.
So go and listen to Reni Omokri, the Yoruba guy. Every man Igbo Q. Just here, this is from a Bini man, not from Igbo man. That is why I said, don't allow people to use their fake history to push you to the wall. Always stand on what is true. If your people, if Igbo have done something wrong, I will not be shy to tell you that we have gotten this one wrong. But you can't tell me that something that everybody join hand and try to do, because it is not working, you now turn it against everybody. So we know what is true, we know what happened, and we have to stand on the truth. We cannot pretend that because I don't want to hurt I don't want to hurt a Yoruba man that is following my platform. I have to accept that Igbos are the problem. For what? What kind of nonsense is that? Just, you see what Fulanis are doing to Yorubas also. If an Igbo man dream of doing that kind of thing, you see that Yoruba have strength. So it's always tribal issue. That's what runs in Yoruba's mind, and it is always there. You cannot pretend that it's not true. Igbos are not anything tribal sentiment. Go and check your history. I know where Igbo people have fought. I'm not saying that we are faultless, no, but we are not, this tribal bigotry that you people have everywhere. You burn the shops and businesses of Igbo people because Abiola was not allowed to rule the country. His mandate was denied. We, after Igbo, supported him. And when you are fighting with you're trying to fight Fulani because you don't have any Fulani building or business in your land, because you are not man enough to go to their land to fight them. You always fight anybody that's come to your region. You understand? That's Yoruba people. To do one or two things to challenge them. So the only alternative you have is, oh look, okay, we don't have Fulani people around. Okay, let's deal with Igbo, because the hatred is always there. Despite the people who have done you wrong, you are seeing them, you know them, but you cannot summon the courage to go further. It is this comment of this Yoruba man that pushed me to this, to go in line with what I'm doing now, because of people's effort. It pissed me off. That's why you see, sometimes I do program about DOS or calling them, bringing their information to my platform. It's not that I have hatred to them. I have no business to do with them, but it pisses me off when I see somebody putting his effort just to blackmail others, to paint another person bad. I don't like it. I'm not the type of person. Now, despite the the feelings that we have against Arabic people, Saudi, and all that, this is in Saudi Arabia. What we are seeing here happened in Saudi Arabia. A Muslim woman decided to, do this with a Palestinian flag, and this is Saudi police. What they did to that woman, Muslim. It is not a. It has nothing to do with Christian. Look at it. Let me. So the woman was arrested because she went there with the Palestinian flag. Because Saudi people know the international relation they have with Israel. They know the cause of the war. They know, even though they're financing the war, but somehow they have boundaries, they have limits. Then what is the limit of Nigeria in the war? People who don't even have the what Saudi have. They don't have equipment that Saudi people have. They don't have the finance that Saudi have. But they are ready to sell everybody just to make sure that they prove to the world that we are more Palestinian than Palestinian people. So you see, your leader is the problem, not religion. Religion is the problem. I'm not saying that Islam is not, don't have their backside. No. But what is going on in Nigeria is not about Islam. It is about Fulani's agenda. So if they're not getting that agenda, they are ready to do anything. They are ready to do anything to prove a point. And that is why here you see a Muslim woman with Palestinian flag, and the Saudi police, got her arrested because they don't want her to, paint them bad before Israel, before the war, because everyone know that the war in Palestinian war and Israel is not something that people should be proud of. So it is a kind of beef between some people. That is why I look at it, and that's what it is. Now, that is all I have for you today. Not today, because I will be live again for now. Okay, that's all I have for you. In France, these people who are protesting against Israel also went on streets. Why they are protesting is always violence and want to show one or two things against others, proving a point where there's no point. Now, see what they did here. You see, I will not put the volume because of the platform. So what happened here is that they are protesting in solidarity for Palestinians. At the same time, they maybe they forgot where they are and who they are talking to. They decided to attack French police, and French police have to revoke against them and start hitting them hard. Look at it now. That's what we are seeing here. That's what we are seeing here. You see? Whereas in Nigeria, it's totally different. It's totally different. The people from what's it called? African Union. African Union have vowed to throw their support to Palestinians, because Muslims are finding their safe haven in Africa at the moment, and Christians in Africa are folding their hands. Now, this is what PM said about it. Now, this is it. You can see this is African Union. Let's just wait a while for the camera to capture it properly. Now, here it is from Premium Time. Premium Time said African Union declares support for, okay, and requests member states to cut ties with Israel, because all the leaders in Africa today are Muslim. That's what this is one of the agenda they mapped out for years, to make every country president representative are Islam, and they have succeeded. And what do the Christians do? They focus on tithe and offering. Tithe and offering. And their other religions in Africa are busy planning ahead. Before you know it, you are hoping on your bishop and your GO, that the GO, before you know it, they start cutting off membership, even your pastor's head before the congregation. And you cannot do it. When they cut the head of your master, what will be of your faith? When you see any Yoruba saying rubbish in any program, that person is a scammer, and politicians puppet. Okay. Diana, are you a Yoruba person? Are you a Yoruba? Are you a Yoruba person? Because if you see what the guy said, this is not the first time he comes to our program and he made a comment that's quite funny. He have done it in the past, and people were, bashing him. He was telling me to tell them to calm down, that he married to Igbo people and all that. The same problem you see in Yoruba today, we have it in Igbo. So don't think that I'm talking about Yoruba that Igbos are righteous. No, we have a lot of, okay, thank you, my sister. We have a lot of Igbo sellouts, many of them, many. And the way I address this guy is the way I address the fellow Igbos. Go and watch my program about the US. They are Igbos. From Anambra, from Imo, Abia. Not even just Biafran. Call Igbo people. Do you understand? They are doing that nonsense because, just like you said, they are political. But this guy, I don't think he's a political puppet. Maybe his own knowledge, because I was calling him out to debate, to talk, not even debate. Let's do this together. Maybe he can convince me also. Maybe he can make me to believe that the way he reasoned is the way it should be. Now, this is what African Union are doing. They are focusing on supporting what we consume them because the agenda is to push to the wall. Now, who is this one again? What? Messi or Ronaldo? This is my platform. Some people. Oh my goodness. Okay. I will answer you in 24 hours time. Okay. Thank you. Let me read this. This is African Union. This is from PM, Biafran Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Okay, he says, this is African Union. What is going on with my camera? Hold on. Let it be clear, because I can see that it's fine. Okay, this is African Union supporting the massacre of Israelis, children and women. It is like Biafran invading Lagos and buying innocent women and children and then get support from EU for doing that. You see the reason terrorism is booming in Africa, which is just the truth, because you cannot, just like the illustration that he gave here, if Biafran people decided to go to Yoruba land, to Lagos State, and buy people there just for buying sake, okay, because they have access, they can do that to Yoruba people and go free. And Yoruba people will be complaining, how can you do this to us? Is it because we allow you to do your business in our land? Why will you do this? Why will you do that? All of a sudden, you see that EU is telling them, okay, we have to support the Biafrans for what they have done, or what they did in Lagos State. That's just what the people are trying to say here. And this program is not about the Palestinians, but I'm just trying to let you know that whenever you see evil, fight it. Evil is evil, whether it's happening anywhere. Like I said, the Yoruba and Igbo are the victim here. I'm telling you, it's a matter of time. Because even the Muslim in Igbo land, some Igbo people who claim that they are Muslim, and those Muslims in Yoruba land, they are also problem of their own, because they are less Muslim to compare the Northerners. That's what the Northerners think. They are less Muslim to compare themselves. So we are going to bring it an end at the moment. We will be live again later in the day. Thank you so much. Thank you all for coming in. Please don't forget to like the stream before you go. If you have not, but if you have clicked the like button, please don't click it back again. Thank you, and see you again later in the day. Bye bye for now.